Winnemucca to week number 2 of 2019 Winnemucca Insiders Football Challenge Show. And Terry, give us a little recap on how us three did.
So we're right middle of the road. I got 6 right, you got 6 right, Dave got 5. So it's fairly competitive right off the bat. Best bets, all 3 of us picked winners.
Oh, and who did I pick, by the way?
I took the Bengals
over the Seahawks. That's right. That would be your team, right?
We get to talk about the Bengals again later in the show because they're on the contest again.
Oh, that's right.
No, the Seahawks didn't show up for that first game. They were lucky to walk away with a win.
You were lucky, let me tell you. Although I did not win the opportunity of you to not call us the Bungles anymore because I lost by 1 point.
You lost. So.
I know. That was a heartbreaker. But, folks, I want to tell you, this is the biggest contest that we've had in the last, 6 or 7 years in terms of the number of entries. And I want to thank everybody for coming in and filling out these sheets. Also, Dave graded them. I double-checked. There are a ton of 5s on there.
But it was high scoring in general. It was a great week for the guests.
Yes. And here's the other thing, folks. We had 3 people with 9s. 2 of them to put the tiebreaker in, obviously 1-1. But do not forget to put your points at the bottom of the last game by the red arrow where the tiebreaker is. Because one person, right where Terry's pointing right now. All right, so here we go, folks. We're going to talk about the first 3 college games on this week's contest. Right out of the chute, it's Florida minus 8.5 against Kentucky. And Dave, you got some information on this game.
Well, I understand Kentucky's quarterback's out for this game, but I'm not sure because Terry just said the spread didn't move that much.
Well,
but
then on when that announcement came out, I got the sheet from this morning. The spread on the sheet is the same as it is on the contest. Because would lead me to believe.
Right.
I guess look into that before you make your choice here.
Well, normally this would have been a great game. That's why I picked it. Kentucky was in a bowl game last year, beat Penn State in a bowl game. They have a good team. I put this on because this would have been an SEC clash here. But I don't know with Kentucky's quarterback out, so be leery of this one.
So,
who are you going to take then, Dave?
We still have it on the contest, and we've got Kentucky as an 8.5-point underdog to Florida.
No, they're favored. Kentucky's favored.
No,
Florida's favored.
I'm sorry.
Both teams are 2-0 to this point. I did look at neither one of them has played a real solid opponent, so this is going to be a testing ground for both teams.
Well, I'll go first.
Yeah, somebody go first.
I'll go first. I'll take Florida. I'm minus 8.5. Kentucky's quarterback is out. I mean, come on. I don't agree with Gary pitting quarterback against quarterback. When you don't have a quarterback, you're done. That's your field general. You guys scores your points for you. You got to have a quarterback. So I'm going to take Florida here.
All right, folks. You know I love Davey, but I'm not sure he has his information right on this quarterback situation. So I'm going to take Kentucky at home and get the points. Doggone it.
I'm up in the air on this one. I was leaning towards Kentucky, and I'm going to stick with Kentucky. Last week I didn't take USC because of the quarterback controversy, and they ended up kicking the crap out of Stanford.
Well, that quarterback looked really good for USC. I have to tell you,
USC's always got a good team. They've always got. If their starter goes down, the guy sitting on the bench is just about as good.
All right, Terry, tell us about this next game.
So next game we got Ohio State going to Indiana. Both teams are 2-0. Again, Ohio State. They're 1-1 against the spread. Indiana's 2-0 against the spread, 2-0 straight up. 15.5 points. I'm going to take Indiana with the points.
You know what? I'm almost inclined to agree with Terry on this because Indiana, year in, year out, gives the Buckeyes trouble.
And they're at home.
They are at home. But right now, that Ohio State defense looks amazing. They've stopped everybody. They shut out a very good Cincinnati team, 42-0 last week. And the offense surprised me. So for that reason, I'm going to take Ohio State and give the 15.5 points.
And that's not the only reason you're taking it.
What's the other reason, Terry?
Well, you always take Ohio State. So we could have made the spread 35, and you would have found
a reason to take them.
Okay, they're right, guys.
I'm going to agree with Gary here. After watching Ohio State last week, I know Indiana plays them tough, and boy, it kills me not because I'm an underdog better normally. But I'm going to take Ohio State minus the 15.5 here, just because.
Okay, in the last college game, we got USC on the contest again, going to BYU, so kind of a local interest game over there in Utah. USC's 2-0 going to this game. BYU's 1-1. SC is the favorite by 4.5. I'm taking USC.
Yeah, BYU, they pulled it out at Tennessee last week.
Was a big win.
But I just don't see them being that good. That freshman quarterback, true freshman quarterback, USC, looked better than their starter that is out for the year. I'm going to take USC, and that pains me to say that.
You know, I had it circled on here, but after hearing you guys, I'm going to take Brigham Young and Brigham Young. I've seen other teams who win it through the years and come out with long faces. That's a tough place to play.
It's a tough place to play, but USC is a good team, and the first game of the season, Utah went to BYU and beat them 30-7. So
Yeah, that's true. All right, folks, that's going to do it for segment number 1. When we come back, Terry, Dave, and myself will cover the first 4 games on the pro contest.